What's up, everybody? It is Jamie Shaw here with the Absolute Basketball Experience. On today's episode, we're talking to future Florida State Seminole 7-footer Quincy Ballard. We talk about his recent run from zero to top 25 offers in the last 3 weeks, the charm of Leonard Hamilton, and more. But before we jump into it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and like this video. If you enjoyed the interview, we would appreciate you also promoting it out on your own platforms as well. Also, make sure that you leave a comment. I want to hear who your favorite all-time Florida State Seminole is. But without further ado, here is future Florida State center Quincy Ballard on the Absolute Basketball Experience. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jamie here with the Absolute Basketball Experience. I'm here with new Florida State commitment, Quincy Ballard. Quincy, first off, congratulations. Very exciting. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Also joining us today are quality education head coach Pat McCandies and assistant coach Rahman. Pat, how y'all doing today?
Doing good, Jamie. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So Quincy, first off, I want to ask you, 4 weeks ago, you didn't have any offers. You're sitting there playing and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden you're getting phone calls from the likes of, Florida State, Syracuse and stuff. How was that experience for you these last few weeks?
It's been really great. It's been exciting for my family.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Coach McCandies, you've been here firsthand to see the blow up. What is it that makes Quincy a special person both on and off the court?
What makes him a special on and off is that he works hard. I mean, he works hard. He listens and never complains about anything he does. He's one of those kids that deserves it. A lot of kids, come to situations kind of fast. Quincy, I would say, was one that he just worked his tail off and just did everything that we asked from day one. And right when me and Coach, he came into a unique situation. Quincy was a kid that just really wanted it, worked hard, and believed in his craft. And you see where we are now. So really exciting.
And Quincy, you took a roundabout way to get there. You started off in Syracuse, New York, and then 2 years ago you moved down to North Carolina to quality education. Starting off being from New York, what was your decision process and kind of coming down to North Carolina, and why did you make that move?
Well, basically how it went, I left Syracuse to have the opportunity to play better competition on the national schedule. Mm-hmm. I was looking to improve my game, which I did.
And how would you say that your time in North Carolina was spent? I mean, the improvement aspect of it. And do you like North Carolina? I mean, the weather I'm sure is a little bit different and all that. But how would you say the time in North Carolina was?
And North Carolina was a great place.
That's good. So in going through with the Florida State commitment, you're looking at it, they've had 5 consecutive 20-win seasons with 124 wins over those 5 years. There are 3 straight times they've made it to at least the second round of the NCAA tournament. The last 5 years, they put 5 guys into the NBA draft. Again, they got 2 more coming this year. They've earned their way into the conversation as one of the top programs in the country. How does it feel for you to be recruited by one of the very top programs in the country? And did that play a role in your decision to go there?
Basically, all the schools were great opportunities. It was hard to choose. But basically, I chose Florida State because Coach Hamilton has a record of developing big men like me. Mm-hmm. But when the coaches came out to see me, they knew I was meant for that. And we built a great relationship.
Absolutely. And Quincy, for you too, kind of within this process, it's unique because with the quarantine and stuff, you're not able to go on visits and get a person-to-person feeling with the coaches and everything. How was it going through the process with Zoom interviews and with FaceTime and all that kind of stuff without necessarily getting the feel? How was that process for you in getting to form relationships with these coaches?
Well, basically, it was great. Really.
Good. Fareed, coming from you, I know that you had a heavy hand in training Quincy and everything. He has all the tools, but seemed to throughout the year get better and better and better. How's it been working out with him? And, how has it been? What type of stuff has he improved on? And what will Florida State be getting as a player?
Oh, man. I mean, as a player, Florida State going to get somebody that's going to work hard. They're never going to complain. He's gonna be coachable. He can be coached hard as well. Accountable. He shows up. He shows up on time. He doesn't miss any opportunity to get better. And then on top of that, and with a lot of players, while you going through that process, they have to be able to receive the information. And I think one thing that Quincy does well is he listens to what it is you're trying to convey to him, and then he try to implement it. Mm-hmm. So to see the growth in his game, to see the natural stuff he does naturally. He runs really well. He moves well. He defends, he blocks shots and stuff like that. But where he's the kind of player that they're gonna get and what they're gonna be able to do with them is I know they're gonna be able to take them farther than what we've done with it. They have an amazing staff there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie, to go back on what you said as far as going back into the process real fast. The Zoom, everything, the good unique thing about Florida State and how that came about is before all this went down, they actually were able to get in and watch Quincy right there before the ACC tournament. So that was unique. When they got a chance to see him and see what he could do, it just made all the difference in the world. I mean, you can look at tape sometimes. When they got a chance to see him, it was just like they knew that it was a perfect fit for them and Quincy as well. So that kind of helped a lot going into the process too, with him choosing where he wanted to go.
No, absolutely. Steve Smith was on him early and hard and often, and they did a great job formulating relationship and everything. Quincy, for you, what type of role? How do you see yourself? What were the coaches saying? How they want you to play while at Florida State? What type of role do they want you to be in? What do they want you to do? And what will you do well with that system?
Basically, they just want me to play strong and aggressive. I'll make sure I'll improve that while I'm there.
Absolutely. And looking forward toward the NBA and all that kind of stuff, what players do you watch? What players do you enjoy? Who's your favorite player? Who do you try to emulate and all that kind of stuff?
Well, my favorite player is Giannis, Greek Freak.
Yep.
Especially his wife, how he plays.
Absolutely. And Coach McCandies, what is Florida State getting in Quincy, and how good projecting toward the future could Quincy end up being?
Well, they're back to what Coach was saying, man. They're getting a really good, not only a good player, a great player. They're getting a great person. That's one of the biggest things. He's going to grow on and off the court. For him, Quincy, he's going to work. And so the thing about it is, you never really look at where he is. We look at where he's going, and Quincy will be, playing at the highest level. Bearing when he gets with, the training staff, with the coaches that they have there, the whole everything they have at Florida State for him, you will see, him going to the highest level, playing at the highest level, just because Quincy's going to do that. He puts the work in, very humble, puts his head down, and he's going to grind. So you'll see Quincy playing at the highest level.
Absolutely. And Quincy, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here, let you get on with your Easter and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to your mom. Happy birthday to her. It was her birthday yesterday. Unbelievable present you could give her. So do you have anything that you want to say to the Florida State fans and coaches about what they can look forward to in the future with you?
Well, one thing I want to say is basically with the help of my quality education family, my hometown, shout out to them. My hometown trainers, Billy Ela and Derek Brower, I was able to get where I am, basically.
Absolutely. And I want to thank y'all very much for joining. Again, Quincy, congratulations. I cannot wait to continue to watch your career and just going forward from here. Freed and Pat, I appreciate y'all joining and helping and all that kind of stuff, and look forward to continuing what you guys do. But for Jamie Shaw, we got Quincy Ballard, Pat McCandies, Fareed Rahman. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck on your new endeavor, man.
So what is Florida State getting in Quincy Ballard? Well, they're getting a lengthy, mobile, and athletic true 7-footer. He steps off the plane passing the look test. With all of that natural ability in game, you see Ballard's willingness to crash the boards in pursuit of rebounds, as well as his timing and blocking shots. These are the two most translatable skills going from level to level, rebounding and rim protection. When you add in Ballard's motor and his ability to run the floor, you have a high ceiling big man. It's easy to see why top 25 programs in the country were doing everything they could to get him. Offensively, Ballard plays well as a screener and diver, and he also sits well in the dunk spots, exploding toward the basket after dump passes and lobs. He has good hands, and he also makes his free throws. Leonard Hamilton has 5 consecutive 20-win seasons and 3 consecutive trips to the second round or further in the NCAA tournament. He finished this season ranked 4th overall in the country. However, as we know, the season was shortened and didn't have the tournament. Florida State has also had 5 guys drafted over the last 4 years in the NBA draft, with 2 more players projected to be drafted in the first round this year. Ballard was the best big this year in the Carolinas, and he is going to one of the nation's premier programs, who also does a great job of developing big men. Great fit both ways. That was great. So we'd like to thank future Florida State Seminole Quincy Ballard for jumping on the Absolute Basketball Experience with us, along with quality education coaches Fareed Rahman and head coach Pat McCandies. Great discussion about the future of Quincy and what to expect as a Seminole. Make sure that you click the subscribe button to this channel, the like button for the video, and also leave in your comments what team you would like to see Pat Williams and Devin Vassell get drafted to in this year's draft. Thank you for tuning in to the Absolute Basketball Experience with Jamie Shaw.